If the area of the shaded sector in circle C shown above is 6 pi square units, what is the diameter of the circle? So we're given here this shaded sector of the circle, and we need to find the diameter of the circle. The diameter of the circle is just twice the radius. So from the center to any point on the circle, that is the radius, and twice of that would be the diameter. Now, to solve this problem, we can use the relationship, since we are given the partial area, the area of the sector is to the whole area, and then we equate this to the given angle, the central angle, partial angle is to the measure of the angle, or the measure of the entire circle, or the whole angle. So we can write this as the area of the sector is to the area of the circle equals the central angle is to the measure of the entire circle, which is equal to 360 degrees. So it's just like ratio and proportion. And now we can solve for the area of the circle, and then find the radius, then the diameter of the circle. Now we can plug in all the values given. The area, we can call this as A. Let's say the area is A. So area of the sector is 6 pi units over A equals the central angle is 60 degrees over 360 degrees. Now we cross multiply, we get 6 pi times 360 degrees equals 60 degrees times A. Now we can solve for A, which is the area of the circle, by dividing both sides by 60. So the area of the circle is 6 pi times 360 degrees over 60 degrees. And 360 degrees divided by 60 is just equal to 6. So this is 6 pi times 6. So the area is just equal to 36 pi. And now we can solve for the radius. Since to solve for the area of the circle is just equal to pi r squared, and we're given the value of our area, which is equal to 36 pi. We plug in here equals pi r squared. Divide both sides by pi. So r squared is 36, and we square root both sides. So our radius is equal to 6. Therefore, the diameter is just twice the radius. So diameter D is equal to 2 times the radius. So this is 2 times 6. So the diameter is equal to 12. This is plus minus 6. But we only use the positive value. Given the function f of x equals 2/3 x minus 5, what input value corresponds to an output of 3. So for any function f of x, the x here is the input value, and the output, which is the f of x or the y, is the result after substituting or plugging in the value of the input or the value of x in the function or in the given equation. So we're given here an output of 3. We need to solve for the input value, which is our x. So that'll be f of x equals 2/3 x minus 5. So we plug in the value of f of x, which is 3, equals 2/3 x minus 5. And then we add 5 to both sides. So we have 8 equals 2/3 x. Then we divide both sides by 2/3. Then our x is just 8 over 2/3, or 8 times 3 over 2. And 8 is divisible by 2, so this is just 4. Therefore, the value of x is equal to 12. So 12 here is the input value that corresponds to an output of 3. Which of the following is equivalent to the expression x to the 1/2 over x to the negative 2 raised to the power of 2? Now, to simplify this expression here, we can use the law of exponents and use the power to power rule, where we can just multiply the exponents. So we have x to the 1/2 over x to the negative 2 to the power of 2. So that is x to the 1/2 times 2 over x to the negative 2 times 2. So this is x. 1/2 times 2 is just 1, or just simply x over x to the negative 4. Okay, now to solve this, we can use the division rule of the law of exponents by subtracting the exponents. So this is x 1 minus negative 4, or we can write x to the negative 4 as 1 over x to the 4th. So this is just x to the 1 plus 4, which is just equal to x to the 5th. And for this one here, we can write this as x to the 1, or x over 1 to the x to the 4th, which is just equal to x times x to the 4th over 1. And when we multiply expressions or terms with the same basis, we just have to add the exponents. So this is x to the power of 1 plus 4, and then we have x to the 5th. So we get the same answer x to the 5th. We don't have x to the 5th in our choices here. We have x squared. This is not our answer. X squared to the 1/2. This is just x to the 1 over x, which is just equal to 1. So this is not the answer. And this one is x to, we have to check each one. This is x to the 6 times x to the 1 over x to the 12. This is just x to the 7th over x to the 12, which is just 7 minus 12 is x to the negative 5, and that is not x to the 5th, so that is not our answer. And letter D is x to the 3 halves x squared over x to the negative 3 halves. And x to the negative 3 halves can be written as 1 over x to the 3 halves. So this would be x to the 3 halves x squared times x to the 3 halves over 1. And x to the 3 halves times x to the 3 halves is just x to the 6 over 2. So this is x cubed times x squared, and then it's just equal to x to the 5th. Therefore, the answer is letter D. If a circle is given by the equation x squared plus y squared plus 10x minus 4y equals 20, what is its diameter? So the equation of a circle is in the form of x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared, where hk is the center and r is the radius. Now we're given the equation of a circle in this form, so we need to write this in this form to solve for the radius, and then we can solve for the diameter. So we have to solve this by completing the square. So that would be x squared plus y squared plus 10x minus 4y equals 20. Then we group like terms. We group those terms with x. So x squared plus 10x plus y squared minus 4y equals 20. Then we complete the square. We divide the coefficient of the middle term by 2 and square it. So we add each of the expressions here by the square of half of the middle coefficient. So that would x squared plus 10x. So half of 10 is 5, and 5 squared is 25, plus y squared minus 4y plus half of negative 4 is negative 2, and squared is 4 equals 20. And whatever we add to the left or to the right, we should add to the other side. So this is plus 25 plus 4. Now we can write this one, these equations here, into its, since this is a perfect square, so we can write this as x plus 5 squared plus y minus 2 squared, and this is just 49. Therefore, the center here is just negative 5, 2. Then the radius is just equal to the square root of 49, which is 7. So the diameter is just twice the radius. So this is just equal to 2 times 7 is equal to 14. So the value of the diameter is equal to 14.